Welcome to the live, y'all. Hello. Your girl Janice is live. Welcome, guys. Happy Friday evening. Happy Friday evening. I'm wondering if my lighting is good or should I put on some extra lighting for y'all? I feel like the lighting is fine. I feel like the lighting is fine. So as you guys are getting into the room, I have an exciting live to share with y'all. I haven't been live in a little minute because I usually go live like every single week. But life, I have a lot going on, y'all. So we're just gonna catch up. We're just gonna catch up. But as you guys are dropping in, let me know in the chat what city and state you guys are logging in from. Let me know what you got going on for the second half of July because today we are talking about um, it being July and this is literally the halftime. So July, right? People always feel really pressured. Well, people, let me just say myself. I always feel really pressured around this time to like press forward. And this year is no different. I mean, this year is just no different. We're here at July. It's the halftime, so you don't need to feel like you're behind, right? You are just about to push through and make the second half of the year the best part of your year. But it is crazy. Like I can't believe we're already in July. I just feel like I blinked and it was January. Like what happened? How are we already in July? Who feels like that? Does it feel like the year is halfway gone or is it just me? Let me just pause this little music I got going on in the background. Okay. I feel like July just flew. I mean, this year just flew. Like I can't believe we're already in July and we're already halfway done with the year. I mean, I've just been feeling like the past couple of years, like just wrap it up for me. I know that sounds terrible, but I just been feeling like just wrap it up for me. Just throw this year away. But I don't want y'all to feel like that. I don't want y'all to feel like that. I feel like a lot can happen in 6 months, y'all. A lot can happen in 6 months. Every year we start the year with huge goals, whether we're going to save more, we're going to make more money, we're going to start our beauty supply store, we're finally going to quit this job, we're going to get the store open. And here we are 6 months later. 6 months later, and some of us we haven't even done one thing towards getting our beauty supply store open. We haven't done one thing towards getting our store open. And you may be on here and you may have made some incredible progress and you may have gotten some things done, looked at some spaces, signed a lease, or you may be on here thinking like, I wish I could have been further along. Like me. I wish I could have been further along. So I came on here to say this is the halftime show. This is the halftime show. Oh, they have fireworks already. It's 4th of July, y'all. You are not behind. This is our halftime show. And as I'm saying this to y'all, this is just for me. I'm saying this to myself. The game is not over, y'all. We still have 6 months left to make this one of the best years of our life. So I am choosing to shift my perspective today because as you guys know, some of you may not know, I opened a learning center this year. So a lot of my energy and time and brain has been towards enrollment, getting kids in, all of that stuff, right? And while I still have a lot of store launches in the pipeline, like I haven't been like on here talking about it obsessively like I usually am. Y'all may or may not have noticed that. I don't know. Because I am pretty consistent. So you may or may not have noticed it. But I've had definitely less launches, less things that I've been doing, less things. Just because I've been focusing on that. So this second half of the year, I do want to make sure that I get back to my first love, which is helping people open beauty supply stores. I absolutely love it. Um, and that I'm getting the message out there, and that we're talking about it, and we're moving the movement forward, and we're not letting things fall to the wayside. Um, One of the things that I tend to do, and I probably a lot of people tend to do, is spend the second half of your year beating yourself up, or just saying, like, let's just wrap this up. Like, let's just get this year over with. That's how I usually am when I feel like things are not going my way. I'm just like, let's just get this over with and just start anew. But we don't need to have that perspective. We need to have a fresh perspective of, we are going to take massive action instead of feeling guilty that we have not done certain things up until this point. So we're going to take July to recalibrate, get focused, because 6 months is enough time to improve your credit. It's enough time to find funding for your beauty supply store. It's enough time to launch your beauty supply store. It's enough time to completely change your financial future. It is. It really, really is. Okay. So we don't want to let the first half of the year make us waste the second half of the year. Okay. So with that new perspective in mind, here are some things that you can do to supercharge the second half of your year. Number one is, we need to have an honest conversation with ourselves about where we are. We have to have an honest conversation about where we are, and not pretend. I know that could be kind of hard, and not pretend. So looking at the finances, looking at our credit score, looking at the savings, looking at the business, looking at the habits, and then being honest of where we are right now. This is our starting line. So if you are on here and you know that you have not done the business plan, you have not done the license, you have not done you have not done any of the things that I tell you guys to do, like, that's where you definitely need to start, which is that foundation. Okay. Second thing is picking one target, one goal that you want to focus on for the rest of the year, because this is where a lot of people get stuck, because you're trying to do so many things. You're trying to do everything at the same time. So save, lose weight, start the business, buy a house, you want to travel, you want to do all these things. We don't need a whole bunch of priorities. We don't need a whole bunch of goals. We just need one. We just need one goal that we can lock in and say, if I could just accomplish this one thing by December 31st, this would make this year worth it. This would make me the most proud. This one thing would make me feel like this was a successful year. And then we're going to go for that goal with everything that we got. We're going to go with that goal with everything that we got. Okay. We're going to go for that goal with everything that we have. Okay. The third thing, this is a good one, is stop waiting for there to be perfect conditions, like a perfect time. I'll do this when blank. I talk to y'all about this a lot, because a lot of you guys know my story, my journey. I've been going through a long divorce, and I said I was going to do certain things once I get divorced. One of those things was the book that I wrote called Breaking Barriers. I'll write this book once this divorce is over. I'll have more time to think. I'll do this, I'll do that once this divorce is over. The divorce ain't been over. And guess what? Last year, I wrote this book, and I launched the book last year. Now, had I kept saying to myself, I'll do this once I get divorced, this book would not have been written today. It's called Breaking Barriers. It teaches you how to open your beauty supply store. It is on Amazon. Y'all can buy it right now. If I waited for perfect conditions with my first beauty supply store, because it was during a mortgage crisis and unemployment was at an all-time high and people couldn't even find gas for their cars. And I could have said at that time, well, let me wait till the economy is better. I would not have opened that beauty supply store. And so I just want y'all to know that there is no such thing as fairy tale Disney movie stuff to think that there's a perfect time to do something. When the baby gets older, when my kids graduate school, when blah, 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 when the holidays over. Like, y'all, we just got to start. I don't even talk like that anymore. I used to, but I do not talk like that anymore. I do not say, let me wait until blah, 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 blah is done. And then I'm going to do blah, 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 blah. Okay. I want to also tell you guys something, right? Once you start taking action, small steps, it don't got to be big steps, but when you take those small steps, things start to become a bit more clear for you. The pathway starts to become a bit more straight, right? And you gain clarity once you have momentum. And you just need to start to gain momentum because waiting creates regret and everything. Waiting always creates regret. So those small movements, the small steps, the small executions, right? Those are the things that create momentum. Momentum creates clarity. It creates confidence. And you start moving bigger milestones once you have that momentum. Okay. So do not feel like, or do not tell yourself that you need to wait for certain conditions to happen to move forward, because that never happens. When you feel like one thing is behind you, then another thing happens. And what is that called, y'all? It's called life. If y'all don't know that by now, in this big age, that life be lifing, and it don't care about what you got going on, because as soon as you say, I want to do something big, life is going to say, do you really want to do that? And it's going to punch you right in the stomach with an unforeseen circumstance. Something is going to happen. And it's going to test whether or not you really want that thing that you say that you want. That is what life is going to do. That is what life is supposed to do. Are you going to move forward anyway? Okay. Let's move forward. Number 4, this is for somebody, is you want to start to take an audit of your circle, and not just your circle, but your environment, right? Who is influencing you every single day? The people around you, are they helping you to grow, or are they stunting you? Are they keeping you comfortable, right? Is your environment keeping you comfortable? Is your circle keeping you comfortable? Because a lot of times we do need to be in new environments in order for new things to happen in our lives. And sometimes that's not necessarily you having to pick up and move from a different city, even though that works. But sometimes you just need a new circle. Sometimes you need to be in some virtual groups, some mastermind groups, some new Facebook groups, new friends. Like, in order to get to a next level in your life, and to achieve something you've never achieved before, you have to do some radical things. You have to do things that you've never done before. And you have to do some uncomfortable things. Okay. You can't be around people who make your goals feel normal. You have to be around people who are ready to challenge you to think bigger and do bigger. Right? That's the type of circle that you're going to need to get to your next level. The people who are currently around you are your comfort zone. Like, they're there to keep you at baseline. You're not here to rattle her nervous system. But that nervous system does need to be rattled if you're going to go to the next level. I'm telling you 100%, that nervous system is going to need to be rattled for you to go to that next level. It's scary, it's uncomfortable, and you need to audit your environment, period. Okay. The 5th thing is that you need to start feeling comfortable with investing in yourself. The people that win in life, they don't always know everything, but they surround themselves with some smart people that do. You don't know about accounting? I can surround myself with an accountant. You don't know about retail? I surround myself with someone who knows about retail, right? They learn They ask questions, they get the coaching, the mentorship, they invest in themselves. That is the biggest thing that's going to move you forward. I recently invested a whole lot of money in a ads mastermind situation, right? Because y'all see my stuff. I'm sure y'all see my ads. They're decent, but I'm trying to take it to the next level. So I invested in an ads mastermind, 5 figures. And I continue to invest every single year in myself because I know if I'm trying to get to the next level, I know that the investment needs to match where I'm trying to go because it does not work the other way around, right? It does not work the other way around because knowledge compounds, confidence compounds, and eventually your income compounds. Okay. So, with all of that being said, y'all, a lot of you guys have been watching on the sidelines for years, trying to get this store open. Every January, you say, this is going to be the year. This is going to be the year I get my store open. This is it. And then life happens, like I said, right? Something happens, a situation happens, fear, right, happens, confusion, and then another year passes by and someone else done opened that beauty spot store in your neighborhood. Someone else didn't, and now you mad. You big mad. Guys, I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you. I want you to imagine starting 2027 with your doors already open. Or starting 2027 with your lease in hand, starting 2027 with your funding already approved, right? Starting 2027 with the construction already underway. Because it starts with the decisions that you make today, July 2026. Everything starts with a decision. And so, like I mentioned in this live, you want to be able to ask yourself one question. When December 31st gets here, what do I want to celebrate? Or will I be celebrating? Will I be celebrating? Or will I be making the same excuses that I made the previous year? Because the calendar is going to change whether or not we want it to. But your life needs to be intentional, right? Your decision making needs to be intentional. And so I want us to write down what that goal is. I want us all to write it down. What is going to be that one goal that we're going to have? And especially if you're someone in beauty supply, right? You're trying to open a beauty supply store, like what is that one goal that you can accomplish in the next 6 months that you can be proud of? Okay, that you can be proud of. So if that is you and you know that you want to make the second half of the year shake, you don't have to figure this out alone. You can book a strategy call with my team. We could talk about your vision. We could talk about your goals, and we can build a roadmap to get you moving, right? We can get you moving, build a roadmap, all that stuff. And we have opened our books for the third quarter of 2026. So we are taking four new clients for the third quarter of 2026. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and drop our link in the chat. And if you're watching me on any other social media platform, if you comment, it's 10 o'clock already. I can't believe it. If you comment the word store, I'll send you a link. DM me the word store if you want to book a call me. If you're watching me from any other social media platforms outside of YouTube, if you DM me the word store, I'll send you the link so that you can book a call with our team, and let's make the second half of 2026 the season that changes everything for you. because, guys, we still have 6 months. This is our halftime show. This is our halftime show. In 6 months from now, our lives are going to be completely different. Our lives are going to be completely different 6 months from now. The only question you have to answer is, what decision do I need to make today? What decision do I need to make today? Okay. And if that decision is, let me just get on a call, let me just get on a free strategy session with Janice and her team, I'm going to drop the link for you guys again. Then I want you to make that decision. The call is free, right? The worst that can happen is that we tell you, listen, you are not yet ready. You got to do this to get ready. And you leave with some strategy. You leave with a roadmap, but that's still worth your time, right? The strategy session is still going to 1000% be worth your time. So, guys, I dropped the link in the chat. And if you're watching me from Instagram or any other social media platform, DM me the word store, and I will send you the link to book a call with my team. And we're going to get things shaken in the second half of this year, y'all. So I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. I hope you are inspired, and I hope you are fired up. And I hope you had that one goal that we're going to be working on the second half of the year, because I'm going to be working at the same time that you guys are going to be working. I'm going to be working on my goals. You're going to be working on your goals. And again, we are going to make things shake the second half of the year. It's our halftime show. The year is not over. The game is not done. All right, y'all. Love you guys. See you guys in the next live. Bye.